So we are again using the Minos. This is a little direction booklet that comes along, very cute. You know how I love cute stuff. So again, here is your air valve. You just want to make sure the water does not go over the air valve. Then I had already ground some coffee. And then you take the funnel, you put it in here, it opens up. Inside we have our freshly ground coffee, and you put this in. You take your tamper, tamp it down. Don't get out of control, you know. Don't smash it down or else you won't get, it won't have any water flow through it. It just won't be a great cup of coffee if you know, too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. That's it. That's how simple this is. Then you just take your little coffee pot top. Well, again, I always forget, but always make sure nothing is on top of this rim, because if there is, the water will shoot out. So you screw it on. Your stove. There's the cups. Cups are a little big for this, but that's a bigger pot. So you see how I put it on the stove here? I wouldn't put it here because then it's just surrounded. I think you should put it like right there, and that will be perfect. It says to keep the lid open, but yesterday I saw that it was spitting when it was coming out of there. So I'd say like 3 minutes. I'm going to pause it. I'll let you know how many minutes it was. So that's the sound you'll start to hear when it's getting ready to percolate up. So you can see it's coming up the middle of that rod. It's like coming out of the hat. And that's how it works. And this is espresso. And I use bulletproof coffee. My other coffee pot, you're supposed to keep the lid shut. This says to keep it open, but it's spitting out a little. So if you do keep it open, I would be careful not to be too close that you're going to get it. And that's it. You see how I put it on my stove? I put it, instead of putting it in the middle, surround it, I put it on the edge so that it's getting the heat element. Instead of being in the middle, getting surrounded by heat, it's on the heating element. And I think that's about it. I don't see any more coming out, and then you just want to take it off. Sorry about that. Sorry that you fell down with a camera. I've always learned that you should take your coffee out soon. You don't want it to sit in the pots because then they can get better. Because they're still heating in here. So it's 7 o'clock at night. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to be up all night. Which is better than what it's been today. Because I just had... They call it back surgery. I don't think of it as back surgery. But they put an epidural in your spine, and then they put cortisone, steroids in your spine for me to help get the swelling down. And I've been sleeping every day ever since. So I could use a little pick-me-up at 7 o'clock at night, because I actually just woke up about an hour ago from a quick nap. So this pot's really easy, and it probably makes one of the best cup of coffees I've had in a long time. Those two pots I showed you are my top favorite. I don't know if they're the same company, but when I see Moka, I thought Moka. Both are Moka, which just may be meaning coffee. I don't know. Anyway, they are so similar in style and how they're put together is why I assume that they are brother and sister company or same company or something of that nature. Either way, it's one of the best cups of coffee I had. My son was here when we did the other video yesterday, and he said the same thing, that it was a really smooth, not bitter, and that's important because bitter coffee sucks. Nobody wants a bitter cup of coffee. And we have been using fresh ground as well. Alrighty. I'm going to cream it up. I got to go help my sister with something. She got my dad a grill. And, it's late. Got to load it up off the truck. Okay, bye.